All right, how's it going, guys? This is our kind of podcast that we're doing for Battleborn right now. We're kind of, going on Reddit, going on the forums and stuff like that. We saw that you wanted a Battleborn podcast. It'd be fun, so we thought it'd be fun to do one. So we started to do one as well.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Which is really, really cool. So without further ado, we can get started on it. We have a four bunch of awesome lads here that we can kind of go through. We'll kind of go down the line to introduce ourselves into Battleborn, maybe talk about why we got into it, how we got into it, our favorite characters, maybe some of the things we're liking about the game, maybe some of the stuff that we want to see about the game, patch notes and new characters and stuff like that. But let's start with
Nick, actually. I think Nick would be great to start this with.
With sure. Nick. We will start with Nick.
So, awesome.
Nick,
well, real quick.
Nick Portal, folks.
So, just to kind of give a baseline, we have Nick Portal, Nick
nice
Portal
to meet you
here.
guys.
We in his gamer tag is
the 124 get, which I will change soon.
It's the 124 get with bunches of numbers and stuff like that. We'll put in the
so don't forget
put, like, a link to it underneath.
We have Dylan Bear. His gamer tag is
BG's War 75 original. Something you'll never forget, unlike his.
BG's. So and I'm Shay. My gamer tag is Jubabidi-Badido.
It's a bunch of nonsense.
That is something that I don't expect you to remember. But I will put it in the description. But we also have Carl, and his gamer tag is?
My name is Snatchies.
Snatchies.
That's right, ladies. Watch out.
So, yeah, we're all just couple of kids, a couple of 25-year-old kids, I guess you can say. I think we're all around that age. What?
Child, please. I'm younger than you.
Yeah.
So, either way, just talking about Battleborn. So, maybe Nick can start us off on talking about himself, talking about the character that you main as, maybe your secondary character, and your preferred game modes and how you got into it.
Sure. Well, I mean, I'm going to start off with saying why I actually wanted to play the game in the first place.
Good.
So I mean, Borderlands 1 and 2, that art style, phenomenal in my opinion. I loved it. Second of all, I mean, knowing that this game has more of a story other than just multiplayer is really a big thing for me. And competitive PvP has always been my kind of game. Always like first-person shooters. It's just cut and dry for me, to be honest. So as far as let's say primary characters, I mean, I don't have one that I'm amazing with. I just have the best track record so far with just one.
So we actually had him pick his most annoying character.
Dude, it's awful.
We played as.
It's awful. You're not killing this guy with who he's playing as.
But we'll get to it.
Hype me up. But D'Andy honestly is my favorite character right now to stick with. But mainly because she can do mix-ups, change-ups. I mean, she plays mind games. I mean, there's a bunch of things you can go into with her to adjust to the playstyle. One big thing that I like to focus on is definitely making sure that you cross up. So uppercuts are a big thing with her. Making sure that you don't rely yourself solely on just poking and running in. Stick in the fight, because most likely she will be able to come out on top. She has lifesteal. She has her own built-in tanking. Plus, I mean, her legendary helps regenerate your own shield. So there's really no reason to not be in the fight with her. As far as a secondary, because that's a big thing that most people don't look at as having a pocket character. For me personally right now, it's Phoebe, because I play a ton of Phoebe right now. She's very easy, very, let's say, consistent, and her damage output is enormous. I don't know too much about her other than that, so I'm still kind of learning her, but from there on, it's pretty easy.
Cool.
I can go into more with helixes, but I think we're gonna try to pass it on.
So you picked those characters. Why did those characters attract you? Because very female oriented, two characters.
Well, nothing about the gender.
And melee, right?
Melee's
primarily
a big thing.
melee. So
yeah. When I first started,
is there a
playing
connection?
The game, no, I mean melee. Yeah, I guess melee is more or less like my forte. I mean, I'm always like being like the person who appears second in the fight, like not the main focus. And I always like being in somebody's face when I fight. So no matter what game I play, it's always like up close and personal. I make you make really quick decisions. If you can't keep up with it, then you most likely will lose that. But yeah, nothing with gender, I promise. It's just the way their playstyles end up. But yeah, so with D'Andy, first and foremost, there's a personal build I like to put on there, which I might skip because it might take too long to explain it. But if we have a chance, I'll probably put underneath. It's mainly just focusing on a certain rotation of combo. So like dashing in, cloaking, and then knocking them up, all that stuff for forever because it's a repeated combo. But yeah, so other than that, what else were we going to add on there for the personal?
Maybe the preferred game modes, but maybe we'll do that after the
We got to run through characters.
Yeah, let's say it's probably more consistent right now.
So, as is obviously already clear, the one to forget, you won't forget, because he's better than all of us. All right, so I will go on to mine, and I'm a filthy casual, so I got all easy build characters. I'm primarily the healer. Ironic, I know, but I play as Miko. Miko is very good, and I actually use him a lot more whatever gender, but I use it a lot more offensively than most folks do. I'm on the front lines, especially in Incursion maps, Overgrowth especially. Everybody's playing the Overgrowth matches. In terms of Helix build, very general stuff, but the Cloud of Spores special that he's running can be really good for anybody who wants to play as him, especially offensively. So, especially if we're looking down here, the Cloud of Spores, first Helix, third, fourth, and sixth in specific. The spore-related ones, you're going to want to do that. It will stun on contact. It increases the damage. It is able to slow, especially with the poison over time that he has just from his little shard things. If you hit it with a Cloud of Spores, there's a good chance that a healer is going to be able to 1v1 somebody if you really try. And then on top of that, XP build, getting into the 10th levels, which is obviously important in certain matches. Healing these guys when they don't do their darn jobs is what I'm able to do. So getting that up there, then using the Cloud Spores, it's really solid. Wrath, of course, I don't really think anybody watching this really needs me to explain that part of it. He's all right. I got a lot of other ones too, but let's just face it, I'm not as good as this guy over here. So that's why I'm so sport.
Actually, I had a quick question. So, I mean, not a lot of people do this quite often. They switch up between ranged and melee. I see a lot of people playing either one side or the other. I mean, how do you deal with the change-up if you go from match to match?
So, in particular with Miko, the one thing to keep in mind is that while, yes, he does have a slight mid-range to him, especially if you use the Cloud of Spores right, you get close to him, then you have a biosynthesis where you heal over time. I actually circle it. I circle the guy where if I'm going against a melee person, you're slowing him, stunning him, then you got the poison over time. Circling around him is a great option. Melee stuff's, again, very self-explanatory. Wrath, it's a very boring choice. I understand that, so not really any explanation on that.
Yeah, actually, I mean, and he does very well. That Spore with Miko is one of his favorites. We actually have a video that I just pulled up here. We can kind of take a look at it. I'll play it through the video if you guys are watching, because there's an audio version of this. If you guys are watching, you can kind of see the videos that we're talking about. But literally the first video that Dylan has on his captures is, I'm assuming he's on top screen.
I am, yes.
It's a Spore kill. I've seen a lot of good ones of him. This one's just kind of proves that he loves that Spore and uses it all the time. So
best specials in the game if you use it right. But when we got into the game, of course, same as Nick. I mean, Gearbox, they're great aside from Alien, of course. But one very specific story, and Shay, if you want to relay on this, he has by far the best story when it comes to Battleborn.
Yeah, so I mean, I guess I'll segue into my little story of why I chose Battleborn. And I played it. These guys brought it up to me when the beta came out. I played the beta with them. It was a very enjoyable experience. And actually, I was lying because at the time it was not an enjoyable experience. I had worked all day. I played one multiplayer match, which we lost, I believe, and then one single player match. And I love Borderlands. We all love Borderlands, but I wasn't as attracted to it as everyone else was. And it was about like that for probably at least a month. But then, I do cosplay every once in a while, and I went to PAX. I went to PAX East in Boston.
If I may, you actually may have already seen this guy. If you go on the Xbox UK Reddit, they actually sponsored him because he did a Sunset Overdrive. It is legit. You're going to want to check him out.
Xbox definitely featured
Pull up your Reddit tag. Throw it in there.
Yep, it's Jababadibadido, same as my gamer tag.
Unacceptable.
Probably want to spell that out.
But
we'll put it in the link.
I'll probably flash that picture here. But I went to PAX and with me and my girlfriend because we were cosplaying there. And I wasn't super crazy about it, but I love Borderlands, so they were doing a panel. Gearbox was doing a panel in which really I just wanted to hear about Borderlands and some of the new stuff that they're coming out. And one of the games they were talking about was Battleborn, of course. Literally, they talked about it. They talked about the story. They talked about the characters, what it takes to make the game and stuff like that. And that's really what attracted me. something that like gameplay couldn't even do when I played it. I wasn't super crazy about it, but talking to the developers, seeing how awesome they are, and seeing the hard work that they put in everything, and how much they're gonna support it afterwards, really got me into it. And literally, as soon as I came back, I would whip out my Surface and I would show them like, oh my God, this guy is gonna be the one that I'm maining as. I can't wait. I've never been so excited for a game in a long time. So it was a really, really cool experience going to that panel and seeing them.
Mind you, he does this on the job. So not like just
Yeah.
hanging out with each other. No, this is during work. He brings his Surface, opens it up, and would look at, let's say, facts,
Yep.
random characters. But guys, oh my God, look at this
So
guy.
so I was anticipating it a lot and super into it now because of it. But I would say, another reason what keeps me playing is a lot of the characters, a couple of my favorite characters, because I like the animal type of characters. My main is definitely Benedict. He's my bird. He's my bird.
With glitter and shit.
With glitter and shit.
With glitter and shit.
And I chose him because he appealed to me. He's a bird who can fly with like
attractive.
with like a rocket launcher, and he will tell you how much attractive he is because he's very full of himself.
Sounds like you.
Sometimes,
Just kidding.
sometimes I see myself in some of my characters that I play as. But,
There you go.
But no, he's very rewarding character. He's a complex character if you look at him, but he has one of the most gratifying kills whenever you kill somebody, and I do like the high mobility that he has. But I would say my biggest struggle with him is he has 2 weapon tiers in the DNA strand. One where you can pick to shoot his I'm gonna butcher it, I'm sorry, but shoot his ability where he locks on to enemies after that.
So you hit him with the first rocket.
Right, you hit him with the first rocket and then it hits off. So there's a tier where you hit him with 1 and it automatically reloads so you can pump out as many of the heat-seeking ones. Or you shoot 3, it doesn't reload, but then it locks on right afterwards. I'm always in that constant struggle between which one's most effective. But generally, I will second as, I would say Caldarius, Arendi for sure. But lately, I've been trying out... oh God, what's his name?
What does he do?
Jeez.
Okay,
all right.
keep in mind.
We're the professionals here, mind you.
Today's E3. We did a ton of podcasts, a ton of different stuff. This is actually, it is now 1 o'clock in the morning. So
that's how dedicated we are.
Yeah, that's how dedicated we are. But we did a Sony press conference, live streams and Microsoft live streams. So it's coming to the end of the day. But Toby.
There it is.
Okay.
Toby.
Come on. Yeah.
Toby, I've been playing as
Toby.
Toby a lot. He's an animal character. He's a little penguin in a mech suit, so I was instantly attracted to him. So that's why I kind of generated toward him, and I've been having a lot of fun with him. He's another character that he's slower shooting, but once you get those kills, it's gonna be awesome.
And then we have the newest of the group.
Yeah, actually, I would call myself the newcomer. And I'll be honest with you guys, I had never played anything like Battlefield or Battleborn or a lot of those different games like that. And a lot of these guys, I work with them, and they just kept talking about it and kept talking about it.
I wouldn't let it go.
Yeah, he would not at all. So I was sitting at work, and these guys would all be grouped up together talking about it. And I was like, "What are you guys talking about?" And you're like, "Oh, either you're in or you're out." It's like, well, what the hell does that mean? So finally, I was like, I guess I'm in. So I went ahead and I got the game. And actually, I started off with my secondary first, which is Marquis. I was kind of nervous because I didn't know how to really play the game. So I would always fall back and be more the support type. I love how he can snipe, but if people come in close, he has that pistol ready to go to kind of keep people at bay with that.
Pop, pop.
But then what really got me though is Dylan's girlfriend here actually took a couple of my characters. We have some other people in our group.
She's better than him with them.
I don't know. I wouldn't go that far. But people started taking they started taking my characters. I was like, all right, you know what? Well, then I'm going to switch it up. So I really started getting really good with Galilea, actually. Mm-hmm. And I love Galilea because, I feel indestructible, especially with Dylan here as the healer. I can run in, and I'll be honest with you, I am not the best at all. But thanks to these guys, you have Dylan with the healing. You have Shay and Nick, coming in with support. I'm really just there as, moral support, honestly. I come in, I do the shield throw to kind of stun them. And by the time I even get up to the person, you got D'Andy over here swarming up on him. You got Benedict flying over him with the missiles. You got Dylan over here with the Cloud Spore. I'm just like, man, I'm just kind of here just to be here,
Keep in mind too. I was gonna say, I mean, like you've been playing her since she got nerfed too. So
that's true. Yeah, she got dropped.
Yeah, since she has been nerfed. I mean, there's been a lot of stuff that people don't like about it. But still, trucking through it, even though she is still pretty good, still trucking through it is a big thing. I appreciate from them. So
yeah, for sure.
Well, maybe we can just briefly, really quick hit on our favorite game modes. Mine would definitely have to be Meltdown. I think it's very interesting. I mean, we all love Incursion, right?
Yeah.
So Incursion's fantastic.
I like Meltdown.
But I don't get any support at Meltdown. I'm not by myself. They keep lone healer.
Even if you're playing with people, is very difficult. It's a different type of game. It's played differently.
And no one wants to play Cold Snap, dang it.
But it's a little bit shorter. It's a little bit shorter and it loads of fun. You get just about as many kills in a game of Meltdown that you can in a 30-minute Incursion match, which is pretty awesome.
And that's where I get unique because these fools don't want to do real PvP.
No.
But I absolutely love Capture. It is great. You throw out the minions so nobody can stay right there, especially him. You'll be like, oh, the minions were in the way. I couldn't run away. Come on. And so with Capture, it's the PvP. It shows our actual skill. If you're good at Capture, you're going to be good at the rest of the games. Every single capture point that's there, they got choke points. It's great. With Meltdown, I'm not going to be able to get support if little old healer over here runs to the other side. With Capture, everybody's going to be coordinated, and especially with us, we do really solid on it. So if any group wants to try to challenge us on it, I'd like to see you try.
Oh, wow. Hey, man.
Me and Nick are going to both say Incursion probably, I'm sure.
I love Incursion. First and
That's
foremost, Incursion has been the mode that I played the most. I do have to say, though, Meltdown does satisfy cravings that I have for League, because I played a lot of League of Legends for a while, and it does have that multitasking mindset, which is a big thing. That's the only reason why I disagree with the Capture thing, because when you think about it, there's more elements to Meltdown or even Incursion than just let me kill this person. No, let me focus on like a group or like
actual
a push
skill
or something. Yeah. So for me personally, I would say Incursion is my best one.
Now, Carl, which of the two Incursions are you liking the most?
I'll be honest with you, I love Overgrowth with Incursion. All right, and the reason for that
What are you doing?
is
Hold on. What are you doing here?
Where's this guy?
I'm trying to see how long we've been going for.
Oh my
We
god.
forgot to set a timer.
Okay, we're good. Hey, Carl's talking here.
It's okay. It's
Look
okay.
at this
I wasn't talking.
This is why we can't play Incursion midway. This is what happens.
Listen, I like Incursion because I'm a very dominant person. You guys can probably tell my personality as this goes on. I start getting very dominant with things.
Oh, there it is.
That's all it is, So that's why I like Galilea.
It's called Snatchies for a reason.
Literally Snatchies. When I was like sitting there making my gamer tag, I was like, well, Call of Duty, snatch people's kills. Battleborn, snatch people's kills. Snatchies. I'm dead serious. Like I sat there and I thought about that for a minute.
All right.
That's why I love Galilea because she's very dominant. When she's on the field, I mean, she's there. I don't care what team
innuendos aside, what Incursion map are you liking the most?
I like Overgrowth. And the reason why I love Overgrowth for Incursion is because of the fact that with Overgrowth, they have the just the way it's set up. It's more like it's much more linear in my opinion. I would say than Echelon. Echelon's more of a rounded kind of stage. Wow.
How do you feel about the way they had the groups line up, like the thralls or the turrets? Like, what do you like about the positioning?
Incursion. The reason why I like Incursion is the best way for me to put it, I guess, is because like the middle is more so. What's the best way
just
to
like
put
action.
It's like the front lines. It's like the front lines.
Exactly. I was gonna say it's like it's you have the support who can be up on the the cliffs, and you still have the people right in the middle.
Yeah.
I love that because it gives me the feel of like almost like an army. Where it's like you have like the troops right in the middle, and then you have the support, on the sides, kind of,
and then you got the cheap marquee in the back taking shots at the turret.
Yep.
And anybody who did that, they stopped you for a reason.
Yeah.
That's one reason why I switched from marquee, because I used to be the best cheeser ever.
I don't feel like with Echelon, like I don't feel like it's like action packed. I feel like it's one way or the other. That if you get to your side, congest on your side, or you kind of get screwed over and you lose the pushing power.
Exactly.
Even double thralls isn't even that amazing on that. I just feel like it's very weak on that map first and foremost.
Well, good. Well, continuing.
Yeah, for sure.
And we can talk about that a little bit later on. What
I'm good.
we do have a section of what we would like to see in the future for sure. I gotta be honest. All this talking about Battleborn makes me want to play it.
Dude, I know.
And it sucks because
It's great.
it's like 1 o'clock in the
video.
morning, and yeah,
It's 1 o'clock in the morning.
But yeah, after a long day of E3, I didn't even play any games. I watched so many games today, I didn't even get to play any games today.
I got God of War 4, though.
Wait,
one more thing. We all play on Xbox.
Yes,
just,
we do.
Just so we
probably
need to
should put that
preface
out there.
Xbox. Just,
Yeah,
making
preface
sure.
that.
Yeah, Xbox Live's better. You're not... Moving on.
But go, yeah, but we will. So now we maybe can take a minute to talk about what we do like about the game. Like, I mean, and this is a perfect segue into Incursion and what you guys do like about it. I mean, one of the things that attracted me most about it was just how you feel about getting kills. It's not a game like, I've always been like a Halo guy, not a Call of Duty guy.
Yep.
Because Call of Duty you play and it's just like you kill people, it's meaningless. Whoever shoots first, wins essentially. But Halo is a little bit more gratifying that way. Same with Battleborn. You have to, play, have skill. You have to, press, and you have to know when to move forward and when to fall back maybe a little bit. So it's one of those hand-in-hand games that you have to be smart to play and you have to be good to play. You have to know how to play it, and you always feel good when you play it well. Whatever that all just meant.
That's
So I do want to say one thing. I think
oh, man.
He said all this stuff and
We just threw this stuff
just take what you want from this. Whatever
There
you
we
can.
go. There we go. Hey, no, Nick.
let's be professional.
Oh, yeah. Will you stop? You're killing me here.
Well, you keep talking. I'm gonna make sure that.
Oh, man. Hey, this is...
might as well just cut right here.
This is our host. This is our host right now. He's a skinny bastard. That's
And
we're back!
Okay, well, okay. So
it was his
sorry for
fault.
those technical
It
difficulties.
was his fault.
Actually, nothing was wrong with it at all. I'm not too sure why it even did that. So
I hope he doesn't edit out his graceful jump across our board.
we're probably just gonna forget that ever happened, right? And then get back to it.
And it's gone.
But that's a good segue, right? A very
How
awkward
in any
segue.
world is that a good segue? All right. Anyways, okay. So we were talking about what we liked in the game, and one thing I specifically like is how the Battleborn people, whoever the powers that be, really have taken note of what we talk about when we have issues. Like we were talking earlier, how Galilea got nerfed, or how Marquis was doing those turkey pot shots over an overgrowth. They've done a lot of like patch fixes, and we actually got one for today, June 14th.
Yep.
Patch notes, actually. We'll give you a hyperlink to it. We were going to go through them and everything because it's a very good reminder of the fact that the game that we all invested in is very closely looked at by the people who made it.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Oh, yeah.
Nick, if you want to start us
Well,
off.
first let's take note of how often they patch it.
That's
So
true.
every week they do very minor patches. For all of you who don't know, the community probably does because they're very verbal about it. But every week they do very small patches. Then typically every month they do very large patches. So like those are the large patches that you'll see where they do a lot of terrain changes and like huge character nerfs and stuff like that, and character balances, I guess you can say. Well, maybe I think they did a patch where they just decreased Alani's health.
Yeah, that's the last.
For instance,
That was
But-
awful
but-
when it started.
But I don't
You
think that
all
was a
did it.
huge patch. That was just a small character patch that they're able to put out per week. But I know Nick knows a lot more about this. He did
Yeah.
his research on it before.
Yeah, he's the pro. He'll run us through. So
Yeah.
preach, preacher. What we got?
But
Well,
forget,
I'm not-
he is the one to forget.
He is the one to forget.
Yeah.
the one.
These notes are not
Yeah.
You can see where the dynamic is going right now.
this way.
Anyway, so I'm not going to go over each individual stat just because it's going to take us hours. But the big things to highlight are mainly like the way it's going to occur on matches as far as timers. I mean, there's one big thing I think is awesome. I don't know if you guys play a lot of melee characters against thralls, but thralls first and foremost are really cheap. They will like do a knockback or a hit on you that either stumbles you or does a ton of damage for like the early levels. Right now, they've increased the cooldown on most of their attacks.
Very
so
nice.
Makes it a lot
Very
easier
nice.
if you are like level 2, level 3, and you just want to make sure you get the thralls.
Yeah, that's much
Wrath
easier.
is awful against thralls. Oh, it's
I mean,
bad.
there's a ton of players that hate them because they don't have upgrade abilities that do some special, let's say CCing or knocking them back or taking control of them. Another thing that I was looking at earlier, other than what I've seen earlier, which I think is amazing, they're fixing a lot of the little like toe tapping or toe locking, where you walk over to a ramp or a small little notch in the ground, and instead of it stopping you and you're like, what the hell is going on? You just breeze right over it. Hopefully.
Like when he complains when he's stuck with the minions.
Yeah, I complain all the time. So another thing, they're basically all collision factors are being changed with most of them. But
Very good.
A cool thing I was looking at on.
Can I say something real quick?
Yeah.
I'm just now getting a chance to look at these patch notes.
We all are, actually, except for him.
And holy crap, there is a lot.
I know.
Like
There's
they
a
did.
lot.
They're doing
did
their job.
a ton of stuff.
It's good
which,
stuff.
Which, by the way, these go live tomorrow.
I mean, technically today.
Well,
'cause it's
technically
the
today it's
14th,
It
one,
is today and tomorrow.
But so you're getting all this stuff. I mean, take a look at it. We'll probably put it in the description. But
Well, we have
holy
to.
crap!
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
that's
fantastic, though.
Oh, they're called toe traps. Sorry, guys.
Yeah. All right, go on.
So one thing they're doing, one thing I'm looking at right now is it has to do with Paradise on Meltdown. They're changing the cliffs behind the first grinders lane A into pathways. So instead of making them full cliffs, from what I understand here, they're changing them into like open laning areas. So there's
wow.
So the kind of like the way Cold Snap is set up, where they have the
Snap.
turrets set up high and you walk through the area. I'm hoping it's going to be like that. It'd be a lot easier. And it says improve collision again, so increase total value of shards. So Paradise has had a lot of issues with like getting actual shards and getting enough money early on.
Yeah.
But they're changing that because the big shards won't spawn. I think it's for the first 5 minutes or 2 minutes. I forget which. But they're increasing the values to kind of balance out with most other games.
The major thing, though, I think that's definitely in this has to do with overgrowth, though, right?
Yeah, a lot of changes are going to overgrowth for sure.
as the majority of this
Big
patch.
chunk.
Yeah.
Big chunk.
It's absolutely probably the like 60 or 70% of all gameplay in the game right now is overgrowth.
Right.
To be honest.
Variety is not a fan in Battleborn.
Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff. Again, they're fixing a lot of little glitches and geometry issues, like going underneath the map, phasing into walls, which I think is perfect because I did that a lot. But another cool thing that I think is huge is they say, word for word, added some geometry to prevent players from easily attacking the enemy's second sentry from the supply station room, which means that if you take sentry 1 and you walk into that room, like normal, everybody usually takes it and then snowballs.
The healing station that's there.
Yeah, there's usually going to be some sort of obstruction where you either have to walk out and walk over to the sides. So when you walk in there and you see the big open doorway, you probably have to walk over to the left or the right to see the sentry. So you're poking out a little bit more than you need to.
That's what they did with the first one to stop Marquis from doing that.
Exactly. The inner area, they have now instead of the ramps being on the insides, on the outside, that kind of stuff. But other than that, it's a lot of value changes, like I said, with the shards, increasing their monetary value. Some silly stuff like the dynamic lighting. Let's see. Other than that,
Yeah, they didn't do very many character nerfs or fixes or anything like that, which could be a good sign. It could be because I like. It's funny going into it in the beginning. We're just like, God dang, like Wrath is OP, and Shane and Oryx is OP, and then
Alani was OP.
Yeah, then you play the game and like you don't really get that anymore. After you play it for a while, you know what to do. Now, Alani, I think is something that we should touch on after this.
yeah, I was waiting to say something. Yeah.
But
I don't want to talk about it or none.
No, but a good thing that I know that Shay probably was wanting to touch on is how on Meltdown they're actually showing the paths for the minions. I know that you would tend to love that, Shay.
big
Yeah, I
thing I
was
did
reading it. Is that what that means?
Yeah, so they're showing now on the radar. They're not going to just show like the actual enemies walking around. They're going to show the actual minions now. It's good and bad because it increases the amount of action on the screen. So for PC players, it might not make a difference, but for Xbox and primarily Xbox,
Really cool.
it might reduce frame rate around there. I'm not sure how that's going to roll, but I'm hoping that it has no issue whatsoever. I like it so far. It's a good thing to point out.
Yeah.
That's very, very interesting.
Interesting.
No, I mean that's good. So
I was gonna mention because you said Alani. I mean,
Right.
I don't want to go on a tangent, but they didn't fix much about most characters, like he's saying. They didn't really fix any like huge changes. They didn't make anybody physically different in whether it be ability damage or something like that.
Yeah.
Sounds like we have a little.
if you hear that's my cat in the background trying to get in. I apologize.
Darn thing.
Maybe I'll let him in for you guys.
And then you'll see Carl over here kind of explode and sneezing.
I'll break the third wall.
Whoa.
Okay, but you're gonna have to hold him.
I can't find
Oh.
it. Do it. Oh, we like it.
That'd be good.
Damn.
Okay, so, but
All right, and we're back again.
I was just gonna say, basically, they didn't make any like super changes to characters. They didn't make anybody balanced or unbalanced stuff like that. Which I mean is good and bad, like they're saying. But I would hope for more from like a larger patch very soon. But
Yeah, this is our mascot, our Battleborn mascot.
you attention little whore, aren't ya?
This is who is scratching at the door. Oh. Hey, that's all right.
Disrespect.
Comes to me. Huh?
Also, hey,
I'm the one.
Hey.
I'm the one that's allergic to
Hey.
cats. So
we are definitely cutting that out. Your cat is not being in this. That was awful. Okay, no, so
Okay,
you're
so if you
cutting
guys
that
watch
out.
this
It's
from
a-
this point on, we've pretty much deleted the cat.
We actually were attacked. Carl almost died.
That'll be behind the scenes
Very
footage.
bloody,
Twice.
very messy.
Behind the scenes, yeah, it was awful.
Uh,
So, anyways, you guys can read the rest of these patch for yourself, of course. I mean, and actually, it does have the download size as well. That's pretty solid.
Yeah,
so,
I did, yeah.
so for PS4, for the whole 5 of you that are playing on there, we got 3.6 gigs.
you're gonna make so many enemies.
Actually,
The PSN community, I hope I get into a personal war with.
no. So I actually heard that the PC is it has been lacking the most traffic on these servers.
Interesting. I wouldn't have expected that.
Yeah, isn't that funny? Isn't
No,
that funny?
that's
I mean,
definitely true because people use all those aimbots. I mean, there's a lot of people that don't like the wait times because of the way the game's acting with AMD processors and
see.
graphics drivers. It's just a lot of technical stuff that are kind of making people turned off from it.
I mean, the highest volume is on the Xbox currently. That could be a number of reasons.
It's better.
We don't know, but currently, right now, it is. Even though I think PlayStation had exclusives, didn't it? I think.
they had exclusive skins when the game came out, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
other
that
than
was
that,
it.
nothing fancy.
Yeah, so
they
that's kind of
usually will
interesting.
get a
They
lot
put
of
they
updates
put
a lot
the,
faster.
they put all their money in the Call of Duty basket.
Yeah,
so.
I think so.
Well,
yeah.
one thing I do want to touch on because we've already done a lot of the technical stuff is aesthetics.
Oh man!
Oh,
This is-
yeah.
Now,
Oh, God, I almost forgot about that. Holy
Right?
crap.
We've already gone over this ourselves. This is sweet. This is really
So-
good.
There you go.
There we go.
so being able to-
Surface Book. That's what's going on right now. The little flip there.
Bam, said the lady.
There you
Can't
go.
do this with your average.
That's
Yeah,
gonna
so-
blow up some audio.
But I have an
I don't know if you guys can see that.
iPad, so my iPad is gorgeous.
That's close enough for you guys, but that's
So-
Cleese's, one of Cleese's skins. It's a very like green alien brain like skin.
So yeah, I think one of the biggest complaints with these skins that are currently in the games right now is that they're just color variations.
That's true.
They're nothing changes on the character. They're just different colors. As you can see on this Cleese right now, and we might show a picture in the video. He has brains on it. He has edits to pretty much anything. So his character is actually altered that way physically.
Yeah, pretty solid.
Lots of cool stuff on some of the other characters. I really am digging Caldera's. There was one that I saw
Optimus
Benny.
Prime Calderas.
Is that what it
It's
is?
pretty
Yep.
sweet.
I've seen one of Benedict that I don't know if it's going to be included, but he was super patriotic. So he was red, white, and blue. I
That
mean, he's
makes
an
sense.
eagle, right? But he has a giant star on his chest, which looks awesome. And I would
He's like
totally,
Captain America.
yeah, I would love to get my hands
man.
on that.
One thing I think is really funny, it's an inside joke, is they put a Battletoads Whiskey Foxtrot.
Is that it?
Yeah, Battletoads Whiskey Foxtrot. There's this TMNT. You see the little like yellow.
Oh
You
yeah.
see like a yellow chest thing. It's really funny. But there was like a.
Oh,
I think I
okay.
read it, or I think
I
it was
see it
4chan
now.
for a while back. Was the Battletoads phone call, the prank call from the pizza places?
Do you guys have Battletoads?
Yeah, if you guys can see that
That
at
is
all.
really cool.
Isn't that funny?
That's solid.
That's so great.
Now, again, these are not like full aesthetic changes. Like these are somewhat color schemes, but they're coming out with more and more aesthetics. Like I saw was Frankenstein Galt, which I think a lot of people already know about because they show like on the bots when you play with bots.
Fan service again. Now, question is, gentlemen, Carl, maybe you'll be able to answer this. Where exactly are we going to be getting these skins?
Actually,
I think they implemented a new system too that Carl's going to be going over.
It's called
Caught him by
Platinum.
surprise.
They're called Platinum Packs. They
I was actually reading it as well. But thank you, Dylan. I'm like sitting here
I
reading it.
was
Like,
trying to help you out, bud. Anyway, you're going to be able to get them through microtransaction the same way that you're going to be able to get the packs. You're going to be able to get taunts, skins, and these alterations now as well, which is awesome because I've always been curious, especially my characters. Yeah, they give the 3 taunts you can unlock, but there are other ones too that are really cool that you may not get just by random chance. Opening that up is going to be really, really cool for all of
Yeah,
us.
and all of these you be able to buy through the PlayStation Network. the Xbox store, and then for the Steam wallet for those PC players as well.
Yeah, why don't you give us the cost real quick, because there's a couple different ones.
All right, so it looks like they have like 5 packs going here. And depending on what you want, those different things will come in different packs. So say, for example, if you wanted skins, there's a pack for skins right now. It really doesn't give you too much of a price for that. These skins, I'm not really sure how these packs are working really well. So
the packs,
$230.
No, you're good. You're good. No, the packs right now, you're not buying the packs directly. You're kind of just buying like currency, right? Kind of like when you used to buy Xbox Live points before they changed money. So you're buying platinum. So like a $2 or $1.99 would be $230.
Right.
Platinum. So if you go up from there, the scale is a little bit different. It's $199 for 230 platinum, $499 for 700, yada yada yada. When you buy those points, only 420 points for platinum go to skins, and 230 go to taunts. So those are the
well, yin and yang over here seem to have some.
We're figuring
hilarious.
it out. So when they're like 420 platinum, how necessary?
420 blaze it.
That's the currency in the game.
Okay. Yeah. In the
I'm now
actual
just
page.
figuring it out.
You're buying the currency in the game. Yeah.
There you go.
I'm laughing though because they also give you the option to buy the game currency with actual dollars. And so I'm sitting here looking at this and I'm like, they have all these very convenient numbers for a lot of these things, but then the skins one, it's like, well, what if you wanted to buy that with USD cash? Like, that's kind of, so I was like sitting there, it froze me up really bad. I was like, wait a minute here.
All right.
Okay, so, all right, so you all can read the rest of it, of course, but basically from there on, what do you guys are liking from the pack so far? Carl, do you want to start? We'll run back through.
I mean, so far, honestly, I'm loving the fact that you can actually make the character more so your own, even more than before. They're giving you lots of different options, like we were talking about with the taunts, the skins. Like I said, with me, with Galilea, I mean, I'm just excited to be able to make her even more of my own character. So I'm really excited for that, actually.
I was going to say, it's a very, very similar to League of Legends in that aspect right now. I mean, obviously, everybody knows League, but when you get skins, get taunts, obviously in League, skins were tied with taunts, but in this case, you can customize everything, so you could make yourself like a Frankenstein Gult with a stupid, cheesy taunt from another build, stuff like that. But it's kind of funny because you can make it your complete own character in a way.
Shay, what are you liking so much?
I mean, just what I said earlier, I'm super excited about that Benedict skin, which I haven't seen too much of. And I think it's funny because the 4 characters that they show here, none of us really main as them, well, I mean, unfortunately.
To be fair, you do have Nick over here. She's got the Phoebe going on.
And I like my Caldarius, too.
Yeah, but I think that's a very similar skin to what they've had. Well, no, it's only a slight change in color. Yeah. That's not crazy.
But I mean, it's definitely something I'm glad that they're bringing these. And it's awesome because I love customization. I love what they do with this. And I love having my character be different this way. So everything that they're doing is awesome, and they just need to continue it. Bringing out more skins, bringing out more taunts and stuff like that is what keeps this game going, what keeps it fun.
I was going to say, is there, and we've pretty much gone over the entire patch notes, probably gone through all the nice stuff, the stuff that we want to see, the stuff that we really appeal to.
What?
Did they want to escape now, I think?
Now they want to escape.
This cat is killing my flow. But
so the biggest thing that
what are you about to transition to right now?
Yeah, I was going to transition to more or less like what we want to see from here on out.
Right.
It can be with the game. It can be with anything. What I personally want to look for is more or less like we had in Super Smash with those forums where you'd have somebody who's like awesome in a certain character. They'd give a list of things, kind of like we do now with Reddit, but a little bit more in depth and a little bit more immersive, where they take criticism, they take changes, and you overall have a hierarchy build for them. But I think that if we could refine certain character matchups, all that stuff, it'd be awesome for newcomers, for people who just want to learn a new character or have to learn a new character because they want to master them. A lot of those things I think are really big. It helped me when I played other games. I know it helped a newcomer otherwise.
What I would like to see, and it's something a little bit out of the ordinary, I want to see when you're building your gear sets to be able to, for instance, there's one gear piece that I have that adds a maximum shield on, especially for a build for Miko. Obviously, Eldreds don't have shields. So I have kind of a low-cost gear. It gives me about 250 extra overshield. It's helped me out a lot in the past. I would like to see those type of gear pieces where you could pull up the stats of the other characters like mix and match and see exactly how it's going to affect each guy, because you may see it where there's one that's CC duration, but you don't need that because you got a melee character or a ranged character where that's not going to be a problem, that sort of thing. Being able to kind of mix and match and see what's going to fit better. So the whole chess match of getting the gear and getting it ready would be great. Also, getting rid of that dumb group one that we came across the other day.
Which one? Oh,
the one to
Vigilance
build.
Link. I don't know if you guys know what. Yeah, Vigilance Link is a chess piece. It's a legendary chess piece.
Nick and I played a match where we were playing a group that had 2 of them.
Oh, I was in that game with you guys.
Yeah. It was us 3. Shay wasn't
yeah.
there. You go over real quick. And I'll tell
so
them.
Vigilance Link is a legendary that you get from beating the Sentinel. I mean, it's very rare. You actually get 200 and something odd health. You get health regen. And
for the whole group.
Yeah, for
the whole group.
Yeah, 1 second. Health regen actually, the 200 health is for you. Health regen is for you, and then it has another bar where it says everybody in the party gets another 210 health.
So does this stack if they have 2 of them?
Yes, and that's what happened to us.
Are you kidding
so
me?
we were playing, we're getting wrecked.
They had 2 of them, and they had a Kelvin.
God,
they had a Kelvin.
So much.
This is why it was the most annoying thing. So they had a lot of squishies too, and the squishies like Orendi, they had Marquise, they had Alani. They had everybody, even a Gulp too. Yep. Everybody that could benefit from it. The most annoying thing is the fact that they automatically, if they're wearing it, they get 200 plus another 200. And then they get 200 more from the other person that was wearing it.
No way.
And then there was a Kelvin there, and that dude was a straight up ass.
I'm glad I was in there.
Yeah, 600 health for the people that wear Vigilance Link at the very least is as annoying as hell.
So Battleborn people, nerf that thing so much. I can't handle it.
Hopefully.
All right, Shay, what do you want to see fix in the game?
I mean, a lot of stuff. I wouldn't even say fix. I think they're doing a lot of like good stuff. I think we're seeing a lot of awesome stuff. And I think pushing out some characters, like new DLC within like a month of the release is awesome. And how quickly they are to respond on fixing issues and stuff like that with those characters.
Bro, them cats are going to go to the thralls in a minute.
Yeah. Yeah. We are also still having our E3 party just in another separate office.
The cats are a problem.
Over to the left of us.
Double thralls are up, by the way, guys.
Double up. Yeah, they're up. So anyway, one of the things I would like to see after all the stuff that they are doing well is I would love to see more game modes and maps, and that's just because I love Meltdown, Capture I can tolerate, and I love Incursion.
Capture.
But I gotta be honest, the maps don't even bother me that much. The fact that there's 2 maps, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with playing Overgrowth over and over and over again. I don't like it. Does not bother me at all. But I do want some game modes. I would love to see a capture the flag.
Yeah, or like an oddball type thing where you hold on to something, you can pass it off, or if you die, it drops.
Mixing it up into like a team deathmatch too, kind of make capture maps but smaller. Maybe even just keeping like a temples or something like that, and just reverting it into a team deathmatch instead.
Yeah, no territories. Literally just the amount of kills you get. You get up to 50 kills, you guys win. I mean, because the length of the match for that, and if it's just strict death match, would kind of counteract wasting time.
And I see the reason why they might not be pushing those out, because it'd be very hard to balance, very hard for gameplay to go around.
That's true.
So I understand that, but I also think it will appeal to a more casual market, especially a deathmatch mode. It will appeal to a market
game,
that people will get.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
Some would say.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, at least this game has multiple game modes in it.
And a story mode.
And a story mode is not just, a death match. But I think it would appeal to the more casual market that really hasn't taken that jump into something as unique as Battleborn. I think that's what it needs. But
and we don't have any character pose controversies either.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
Carl, what do you want fixed about the game? Or should I say what alterations would make your game's experience better?
Honestly, I mean, I really have nothing else left to say. I mean, you 3 touched on like the 3 biggest areas of the game.
It's
honestly.
like we did the job for the team already.
You did. I mean, like literally, it's kind of like when I'm playing as Galileo. Kind of like I'm just there. They do the job, So,
yeah.
I mean, seriously though, I truly do enjoy the game. I enjoy playing.
I would hope so. We've been talking for like 30 minutes now.
Listen, you guys have been talking. I've been kind of.
All right.
See,
Carl's time.
It's my time, guys. No, you guys can leave now. Actually, I'll take over here. No, I'm just kidding. No, but I mean, I just enjoy playing with these guys. Honestly, I enjoy the game. Like I said, I just enjoy having fun. If you guys have Xbox Ones, I encourage you guys to get on, play Battleborn, challenge us. I'm not saying we're the best, we're pretty good at what we do.
We do.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, play with us. Comment your gamer tags and stuff like that.
You come to us actually. We're the ones doing the work here.
We play a lot of custom games too, so it's like
That's true.
We're not all about the ranking up and the PvP. We
Or that
will
base.
do a lot of just the custom games. So,
Anyways, what do we have to look forward to in our next one?
yeah.
That's a real question.
Yeah,
Because
no.
we all know you want to see us more.
So I mean, going over everything and stuff like that, all the cool stuff that we would like to see. I would say definitely next time we're gonna probably talk about new characters,
DLC characters.
new DLC characters.
That
maybe
take
kind of
2 months to come out.
analyze some of the backdrops. I think we were already released on one. Pedless, whatever you want to call it. I'm not too sure the official name of him.
I think it's Pendles.
Pendles, yeah.
The snake guy?
Yes.
He's a slippery snake.
We're gonna touch up on
man.
him. I know that there has
Yes.
been other leaks on some other characters. If you don't know, I would definitely tune in next time. And maybe we'll analyze some characters that we would like to see.
I
as
also
well.
have an interesting theory on Pendles, the snake guy. There's a very interesting thing I got to say about that next time.
Cool.
And also, guys, our friend Nick here is actually on eHarmony. So next time we'll give you guys the update on how his search for love is going.
There you go.
We'll do a side segment called "Searching for Nick."
So we
Love
will
Edition.
start with this.
Hashtag the one to forget.
But don't forget him, please.
This is where you put very sad music.
In the arms of
The
Arms of Nick.
Anyways,
But I would say, yeah, till next week. I mean, tune in. Let us know, maybe stuff that you want us to talk
do.
about on the show. Ask us any questions. If you'd like to see something, let
Or
us know.
not hear from Carl again.
Or I was gonna say that. If you want Dylan to chill out,
Yeah, send in some cool, gameplay videos. We're gonna put one bit bam right here in a second for us. So enjoy
It's
that.
Shay's wannabe phrase.
and again, I was gonna say we're not professionals. We don't
Yeah, we are.
think that we are perfect at the game.
We are.
But we're here for any questions because we do check Reddit
Yeah.
quite a bit.
Let us know what you can contribute to us.
It's good to have a resource. I mean, there are those who shall not be named who think that they're stronger community than us. That's not possible. This is where it's at. Battleborn is what we do. That's what we're here for.
You're
For
done,
all you
son.
guys and for you to be with us
Love
too.
it.
So.
Bam,
Honestly,
said the lady. Bip, bap, bam, and we're out.
See ya. Straight cash, homie.
and I gotta use the bathroom.
We were born for this.
Stop.
All right.